This Sunday night, November 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, tune in for the Sunday Night Live Scream event right here on the Dr. NoSleep podcast channel. Live storytelling like nothing you've seen before. You won't want to miss this, because on Sunday nights, the screams are live. This Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Now time for the story. The sound of unfolding paper cracks like branches during a thunderstorm, and the noise echoes off the slimy walls of the narrow alleyway.
We sure about this?
Johnny Wings asks, no one in particular. Each member of the group steals a look at Johnny Wings, then focuses back on the piece of paper and the crudely drawn map it holds. Except for one man. His eyes don't leave the piece of paper.
I'm sure,
Sal Tumo replies. He's the one holding the map. He's also the one who can answer for all of them.
I've been waiting for this since I was a kid. Jesus, Sal, get a life!
Kirk McHenry laughs. The corner of Sal's mouth twitches, and Kirk frowns.
Sorry, Sal. I didn't mean nothing by it.
You meant something or you wouldn't have said it. Eyes still on the map, Sal just stands there while the others shuffle their feet.
Jesus Christ, are we doing this or what?
Roger Dodger Noose barks.
Even with this damn map, we could be in there a while.
Dodger turns and studies the shorter of the two buildings, framing the alleyway.
It may only be 2 stories, but the damn thing takes up most of the block.
He shakes his head.
They should have knocked this pile of crap down years ago.
But it's a damn good thing they didn't, Sal says, finally folding the map and slipping it inside his jacket.
Because what's in this pile of crap is more valuable than you can imagine. Oh, I like the sound of that, Sal,
Kirk says, clapping his hands. The noise reverberates up and down the alleyway. He cringes at the glares he gets from the rest of the crew.
Fuck, sorry.
Knock off that shit and let's get to work, Sal says as he bends at the knee and picks up the black duffel bag at his feet. The others bend and pick up their own bags, except for Dodger. He produces a long, thick crowbar and steps to the boarded-over back door. He jams the bar's wide teeth under a loose and warped board, then looks back at Sal.
We doing this?
He asks.
We're doing this,
Sal says.
You sure, Sal?
Johnny Wings asks.
We don't have to, you know.
Yeah, Johnny, we do. Sal nods to Dodger. Dodger puts all his weight against the crowbar and begins to wrench the board away from the building. The arcade sounds assault 11-year-old Sal's ears the moment he walks into the arcade.
Oh shit! They got Mortal Kombat!
Johnny Wings yells and races away from Sal's side. Sal watches his best friend sprint over to a game surrounded by teenagers and worm his way through the crowd. Sal doesn't follow. He knows how it will end. The same way it always does. In seconds, Johnny Wings is being roughly handled from teenager to teenager as he is forcefully ejected from the video game viewing scrum.
Let me go! You're a bunch of fucking assholes!
Johnny Wings shouts. He tries to throw punches at his manhandlers, but he hasn't hit any sort of growth spurt yet. So his 11-year-old frame is still well under 5 feet. His punches land on air.
I'll fucking kill you, assholes!
The teenagers laugh as they toss him aside like a sack of soiled laundry. Then they return their attention to the new, brutally violent video game that has the nation either enraptured or up in arms. Unlike Johnny Wings, Sal hit his growth spurt early. He stands at almost 5'7", all gangly arms and spindly legs, making him look like a scarecrow that could topple over with only a strong puff from a slight breeze. But there's power in those gangly arms and spindly legs, which is a good thing for Johnny Wings. Sal sighs and walks toward the crowd just as Johnny leaps onto the back of one of the shorter teens and sinks his teeth into the kid's earlobe, tearing it off in one head-whipping pull. For a moment, the teen's screams of surprise and agony are ignored as the crowd thinks they are just extra sound effects coming from the game they're watching. But when the teen who no longer has matching ears spins around, desperate to get his attacker off of him, one of Johnny Wings' feet clocks a tall teen in the back, knocking the boy into the one in front of him, who then hits the next. Acne-cheeked dominoes fall.
Hey!
One of the crowd shouts, then pauses.
What the fuck am I looking at here?
One by one, the entire group stops watching the video game and turns to stare at the whirligig of Johnny Wings and his unfortunate target. As Johnny Wings is being spun and spun and spun, and as the crowd watches, mesmerized by the bizarre scene, Sal casually walks up to the biggest of the teen crowd and punches him solidly in the balls without hesitation. The teen drops to his knees, his hands cupping his crotch, and wheezes. Sal pops him in the nose before shoving him over as he turns to the next closest teen and sends a 1-2 jab combo into the boy's belly. When that boy doubles over, Sal brings his knee up and smashes the kid's nose into a mushy mess. Out of the corner of his eye, Sal sees Johnny Wings go flying as his victim manages to dislodge the smaller boy's arms and toss him across the arcade's aisle into a dig-dug game cabinet. But Sal can't focus on Johnny Wings' fate. His attention is on the more than half a dozen angry teenagers coming for him. He gets his fists up like an old-time pugilist, the fighting style his grandfather taught him, and sets his feet, ready for the violence coming his way.
What in the holy Christ is going on out here?
The voice roars, nearly drowning out the arcade's constant cacophony. The teens freeze for a beat, then scatter as cries of,
Oh shit! Fucking go! Move, move, move!
usher from their panicked mouths.
You two!
The voice bellows as Sal turns to see a mountain of a man holding a baseball bat storming toward him and Johnny Wings, who has just picked himself up off the floor while wiping blood from his chin. Sal isn't sure if the blood is Johnny Wings's or the poor kid who's missing an earlobe.
We should run!
Johnny Wings says.
Too late?
Sal says. The giant man stomps up to the two 11-year-olds and looms over them. Even with his own height, Sal has to crane his neck to look the man in the face.
Oh, you two again.
The man says.
Hey, Noogie.
Sal tries to keep his voice even and calm.
How's it going?
The baseball bat jabs Sal in the middle of his chest, sending him stumbling back a couple of steps.
How's it going? Not so good, kid.
Noogie Charles says.
For you, that is. What'd I tell you two the last time you were in here?
No more trouble or else.
Johnny Wings replies.
Yeah, that. I said that. And guess what?
Noogie leans down and gets right in Johnny Wings' face.
Looks like we're at or else.
You must have ate at Ricky's.
Johnny Wings waves a hand in front of his nose.
I can smell the garlic mashed potatoes on you.
Noogie grabs Johnny Wings by the front of his shirt and lifts him off his feet. One of his shoes slides off, having come loose during the twirling attack. Sal watches the shoe bounce off the floor. With Johnny Wings dangling a good 2 feet off the ground, Noogie turns and looks down at Sal.
You gonna be a problem, Salvatore Tumo?
Noogie asks, tucking the baseball bat under his arm.
Because I got a free hand here, and I have no problem carrying both of you back to my office like a couple of babies.
Sal glances around the arcade, while no one is looking directly at them, because that'd be pretty stupid, what with Noogie so enraged. The few kids remaining in the arcade are definitely paying close attention to what's going on.
Not gonna be a problem,
Sal says. Noogie eyes him for a moment and then nods.
Good.
He focuses back on Johnny Wings.
What about you, Jonathan Wingham? You gonna be a problem?
I might.
Johnny Wings replies, smirking. He gets a headbutt for his remark and goes completely slack. Noogie tosses him over his shoulder, then points with the bat to a barely visible door set into the far back wall over by the pinball machines.
In my fucking office. Now.
Sal nods and heads for the door. The men each turn on their heavy-duty flashlights and shine them around the space. The inside of the building is filled with the scent of wet fire, drenched timbers, and scorched plastic. But hovering close under that are the smells of mildew and rotten nostalgia. Sal stares at the burnt-out husks of old arcade games and pinball machines.
Look at this place.
Kirk says.
You all remember when we...
Shut it.
Sal says. Kirk slouches.
Jesus, Sal. I was just reminiscing.
About what?
Sal asks, his voice colder than the alleyway they just left.
This fucking place. Played a lot of games here back in the day,
Dodger says and points to the far corner, where an air hockey table is turned on its side and broken in half.
My brother could hold his spot for hours on that table. He'd beat everyone who came for him, until Noogie kicked him off the table, so the rest of the kids didn't have to lose to my brother all day. Fucking Noogie.
Johnny Wings grumbles under his breath.
I hope he's rotting in his grave.
Sal gives Johnny Wings a hard stare.
What?
You know what?
Sal walks off deeper into the old arcade.
Come on.
The rest look at each other before following. Johnny Wings lags behind, his eyes studying the dark, dank space. Movement catches his attention, and he swings his flashlight toward the far left corner. 3 rats scurry out of the light and disappear inside a large hole at the base of the wall. A hole way too big for just rats.
JW, move ass!
Dodger shouts. Johnny Wings jogs up to the rest of them and nods his head back at the corner.
Rats. Big ones. There's probably nests all over this place.
Kirk says.
Yeah, there are,
Sal says.
Now shut up about the rats.
Sal navigates his way around a crushed Space Invaders game cabinet, a thoroughly toasted joust, and a half-melted super off-road. He sees a collapsed wall where the office door should be, and he's glad his memory was good enough for him to make the map, because there's no easy way into where he needs to go. He tucks his flashlight under his arm, takes out the map, studies it for a moment, then points at the wall a few feet away.
This should be it. Great, Sal. Good to know.
Dodger says.
Care to tell us exactly what it is? I already did. No, you didn't.
All you said was you had a job for us, and it'd be worth the muscle we have to put into it.
Kirk says.
He also said there'd be something more valuable than we can imagine.
Johnny Wings rolls his eyes.
Knock off the second guessing, you guys. Sal knows what he's talking about. If he says this is a great score, then it's a great score.
Yeah, but why wait until now?
Kirk asks.
If it's such a great score, why haven't we hit this place before? I mean, come on, Sal. I could have used some dough a couple months back when my old lady got laid off.
Damn corporations.
Dodger growls.
Bullshit is what that is. And the DA comes after us instead of after those fucking ghouls and those high-rises? Complete bullshit.
Johnny Wings leans in close to Sal.
This is a great score, right, Sal? Because if it ain't, I'd like to get the fuck out of here. ASA fucking P. Don't exactly have great memories of this place, you hear me?
A clatter from the opposite side of the arcade has everyone except for Sal whirling around, shining their flashlights this way and that way. Sal stays focused on the spot on the wall as he folds the map again and places it back inside his jacket. He picks his duffel up and carries it over to the wall where he sets it down, unzips it, and pulls out a good-sized sledgehammer. Then he snags a face mask with dual rebreathers and slips that over his mouth and nose. Behind him, Kirk asks,
You sure we're alone in here?
It's just rats,
Dodger replies.
Right, JW?
Probably,
Johnny Wings says. Sal ignores their chatter and lifts the sledgehammer. Then he brings it down against the spot on the wall, and a cloud of burnt plaster and drywall mixed with the trillion mold spores explodes into the air. Everyone else scrambles to get their face masks out of their duffels too. Johnny Wings, with his own sledgehammer in hand and face mask firmly in place, joins Sal and starts in on the wall. The rest are close behind. The clanging of the pinball machines filters through the wall, down the corridor, and into Noogie's office, where he stares at the 2 boys he's made sit on the ratty couch across from his desk. He rolls the baseball bat back and forth across the desk, over and over, not saying a word. Johnny Wings rubs his forehead and the giant goose egg forming there. He blinks a few times and his eyes focus on the huge man.
Noog,
Johnny Wings starts to say, but shuts up when Sal punches his leg.
Smart choice,
Noogie says, stilling the bats rolling as he stares directly at Sal.
But you're the bright one in your crowd, ain't you, Salvatore Tumo? Brighter than this tiny shit squirt here, that's for sure. And who else do you hang around with? I seen you with the McHenry kid. Oh, and that one they call Dodger, because he's a shit pickpocket. How many times has he been nipped by the cops? 6? 7? Kid hasn't even grown his dark and curlies, and he's seen more time than I have.
Sal doesn't say anything. Noogie grins.
You two haven't been to juvie yet, have you?
Noogie asks. Johnny Wings shakes his head, then groans. Sal nods.
Which is it? You have or you haven't? Go ahead and say it. I can't tell your answers from those spastic head bobs.
No, sir.
Johnny Wings says quietly.
Not yet.
Sal says.
Not yet? Not yet, he says.
Noogie laughs hard.
Listen to this fucking kid. Not yet. Jesus.
There's a knock at the office door.
Yeah?
Noogie calls out. The door opens, and a man almost as wide as Noogie is tall waddles into the room.
You won't believe what I just got off of.
We got guests, Georgie.
Noogie interrupts and nods at the couch. Georgie swivels awkwardly and glares down at the two boys.
What we got here? Thieves?
Nah, not thieves. Just a couple of brawlers.
Noogie responds.
These two? I can see the tall, skinny one, maybe. But the little guy? Who's he brawling with? One of them stuffed penguins in the claw machine? I can take your fat ass any day, Lardo.
Johnny Wings snaps. Sal sighs and looks down at his shoes.
Oh, shit! The mouth on this little fuck!
Georgie laughs.
Better watch out, you fucking tiny turd, or your ass is gonna get acquainted with my fucking foot!
What you got for me, Georgie?
Noogie asks.
Oh, right, yeah.
Georgie pulls a thick envelope out of his back pocket. Then, a second fat envelope from a pocket inside his jacket. He tosses both onto Noogie's desk. Noogie's eyes go wide as he picks up one envelope, thumbs through the cash inside, picks up the second, thumbs those bills as well, then leans back in his chair.
The Dominican?
He never saw me coming.
George sneers at Johnny Wings.
Just like your ass will never see my foot coming.
Leave the kid alone, Georgie. You scare him too much, and he's likely to piss on my couch.
Wouldn't be the worst bodily fluid on that couch. I'm just saying.
You can just say your fat ass out of here.
Ah, don't be like that, Noogs.
Noogie grimaces then nods.
You done good, Georgie.
He holds up the baseball bat before Georgie can respond.
As long as we don't get no blowback from the Dominicans.
Can't see why we would.
Georgie replies, his eyes on the bat as Noogie waves it in the air.
No one saw me, I swear.
They're gonna go looking.
Yeah, well, let them look. They ain't gonna find nothing. I threw the body in the dumpster and called our friend.
The bat stops waving. Noogie closes his eyes.
Shit, Noogs. Sorry.
Georgie says, then glances at the boys.
Ain't me you should be saying sorry to.
Noogie responds before aiming the baseball bat at the boys.
It's those two who are gonna pay the price. Say sorry to them.
We didn't hear a fucking thing.
Sal says.
No, sir. We didn't hear shit.
Johnny Wings adds.
Shut up, Johnny.
Sal orders. Johnny nods and goes quiet.
Here's the problem, boys.
Noogie stands up, bat still in hand.
You say you won't say shit. But how can you know that? You're just kids. Youngsters. You have no idea what you will or won't do. Especially under pressure.
I ain't no snitch.
Sal looks over at Georgie.
I know how to keep my mouth shut. What's that mean, you little fuck?
Georgie snaps and takes a step towards Sal.
No, Georgie, back off. I'll handle these two myself.
You sure? I got a mostly free afternoon. Our guy is probably still at the dump. Wouldn't take but 45 minutes. What wouldn't take 45 minutes?
Johnny Wings asks, his voice filling with panic.
Killing us? Dumping our bodies?
Georgie shrugs. Johnny Wings grabs Sal's arm.
Oh, fuck, Sal. Tell them we won't talk. Tell them how we're neighborhood kids and how it all works. Come on, Sal, tell them. Tell them.
You just did.
Sal plucks Johnny Wings' fingers from their grip around his bicep.
And I don't think they care.
I sure as fuck don't.
Georgie pulls out a switchblade.
I'll cut you right here, right now.
And fuck up my beautiful couch.
Noogie sighs.
I got this, Georgie. But do me a favor, will you?
You bet, Noogs.
Tell that nephew of mine running the front out there to give last call and kick everyone out in the next 30 minutes.
Which one is your nephew again?
The kid with all the piercings and dyed black hair.
That one? He's your nephew? No offense, Noogs, but the kid makes me want to kick his ass every time I see him.
Same, Georgie. But he's my younger sister's boy. So what you gonna do?
I suppose.
Georgie glares at the boys on the couch.
See what fighting gets you? Should have kept your hands to yourselves. And you should have kept your trap shut.
Sal snaps.
So, thanks for that, asshole.
Georgie lunges at the boy.
Georgie, knock it the fuck off.
Noogie shouts and points at the office door.
Get the fuck out. Tell my nephew to close the place down.
Shit, Noogs, sorry.
Georgie says as he backs off and slowly folds his switchblade, stuffing the knife in his front pocket.
You want me to stick around?
Did I ask you to stick around?
You got 2 of them here. Maybe you need an extra guy. He told you to get the fuck out.
Sal says.
So get the fuck out. I swear to Christ on a cracker, I'm gonna...
Georgie starts, but the loud whack of the baseball bat on the desk shuts him right up.
Go, Georgie. I'll call you later.
Yeah, sure, okay, Noogs. Talk to you later.
Georgie glares at Sal as he leaves the office. Once he's gone, Noogie stretches, making sure the boys can see the pistol tucked into his waistband. He points the bat at the door.
Let's go for a walk, boys.
I'd rather go home.
Sal says.
Yeah, me too.
Johnny Wings agrees.
Shit, Noogie, we're real sorry. The fucking sorriest. We promise no more fighting, and we'll keep our mouths shut about any extra business we may have heard.
Noogie shakes his head.
I sure am sorry it's come to this, boys. I wish there was a way out for you two. But there's only one way to make sure you keep your mouths shut.
Oh, fuck!
Johnny Wings bursts into tears.
Jesus Christ,
Noogie says and glares at Sal.
You gonna bawl like a baby, Salvatore? Or you gonna take this like a man?
I ain't dying today, Noogie,
Sal states. Noogie raises an eyebrow.
That's so. You think you can take me? Because if you try and fail, I'll fucking not only kill you 2 little shits, but I'll have some guys pay a visit to each of you's houses, and maybe those guys will get a little friendly with your moms before they slash their throats. How's that sound?
Sounds like you can't do the dirty work yourself.
Noogie blinks at the boy for a few seconds, then bursts out laughing.
Fucking hell, kid. You are something. I'd put you on the fucking payroll if you still had a future.
His laughing stops.
But you don't. Now, get your fucking asses up and let's go.
Where are we going?
What do you fucking care? Do you really give a shit where this all ends up?
Just curious.
Damn, you are something, Salvatore Tumo.
He points the bat at the still crying Johnny Wings.
Not like this blubbering sissy.
Sal stands up and grabs Johnny Wings by the arm.
I ain't dying today, Noogie,
Sal repeats.
Jesus Christ, kid. You really got balls on you for an 11-year-old. This pains me to do as much as it'll pain your parents when they wonder where you are.
What's to stop us from running? You can't control both of us, Noogie. You aren't using your head.
I know where you live, kid. I know where the crybaby lives. Yeah, maybe you do run. Maybe you do get away. Better idea than trying to fight me, I'll give you that. But remember what I said about your mothers if you do try to take me on. I'll make sure every single member of your family and extended family is cut up into little pieces while they're still fucking alive. You want that? You want to watch as I chop your ma up? You want to watch while I chop your little sister up? That what you want, kid?
I want to go home.
Tough fucking shit.
Noogie smacks the bat against his leg, making both boys jump.
Now stand up like men and let's go. I don't have all fucking day.
Dodger breaks through the wall first, and the men all set their sledgehammers aside to peer in through the large hole.
Shit, is that like a secret passageway?
Kirk asks. Something like that, Sal says. He shines his flashlight into the long corridor behind the wall. One way, the corridor stretches the entire length of the arcade's wall, ending in a pile of rubble. The other way is a vault door, closed and locked. Fuck, we're short a few feet. A clang and rattle from behind makes everyone except for Sal spin around.
Sal, I don't like this,
Johnny Wings says.
We shouldn't be here.
I need it to stop, Johnny, Sal says. It has to stop.
Stop? What has to stop?
Johnny Wings asks.
Guys, I don't think we're alone,
Dodger says.
Something's in here with us, and it ain't just rats.
Sal, answer me,
Johnny Wings says, grabbing his friend by the shoulder.
What has to stop?
The nightmares, the deaths, the curse.
Oh, fuck. This isn't about the money.
No, it's about the money.
Bullshit, Sal. This is about what Noogie said that day, isn't it? I'm right, yeah?
Johnny Wings puts both hands on top of his head and turns slowly in a circle.
Fuck, Sal. People say all kinds of things when they're desperate. You know that.
It came true, Johnny. You know it did.
Fuck, man. That's all just coincidence. Shitty, awful coincidence. But still. Hey, guys. This shit ain't cool.
Kirk says.
Dodger's right. There's something in here with us.
Yeah, I know, Sal says.
What?
Dodger asks, turning his flashlight on Sal.
Get that the fuck out of my face.
Dodger aims the beam to the side, but keeps his eyes on Sal.
What the fuck do you mean you know? Know what? What the fuck is in here with us?
Not what?
Who? Okay, who the fuck is in here with us?
Who do you think?
Sal sneers.
Fucking Noogie Charles.
God damn it.
Johnny Wings whispers. Once they leave the office, instead of walking back out into the arcade, Noogie steers the boys to the left to an almost imperceptible door.
I gotta drop off these envelopes. Then we'll head out back and take care of business,
Noogie says, tossing a set of keys to Sal.
Open it. Use the key with the blue plastic on it.
Sal finds the keys and unlocks the door.
In you go.
Noogie gives a still crying Johnny Wings a hard shove in the back with the baseball bat.
Fucking move, sissy.
Come on, Sal says and takes Johnny Wings by the arm, walking him through the door and into a long corridor.
We can do this.
I don't want to fucking die, Sal.
Johnny Wings sobs.
I want to be a shock jock DJ when I grow up. I got plans, Sal.
Fucking shut up and move.
Noogie jams the baseball bat between Sal's shoulder blades.
You want me to make a call and have someone visit your moms today?
Fuck off.
Sal drags Johnny Wings by the arm down the corridor.
He can't walk as fast. His legs are shorter. Damn, kid. You calling your best friend a shorty on the last day of his life? That's cold.
Sal doesn't respond, just keeps himself and Johnny Wings moving. On the opposite side of the wall, the arcade's bleeps and boops and dings and rings and groans and explosions and bells and whistles start to quiet down.
Georgie did his fucking ask,
Noogie says.
Well, miracles never cease.
He's gonna turn on you, Sal says. You can see it in his beady fucking eyes.
You think I don't know that kid?
Noogie laughs.
That fat fuck has been skimming off me for years. As soon as he gets a chance, he'll take his shot. I know that.
Then why keep him around?
Because he fucking earns. I can deal with his duplicitous bullshit as long as he brings me fat envelopes like he did today.
All that money won't do you any good if you're dead.
Georgie might try to take me out, but he'll fail. The guy may earn, but he's a fucking idiot. I ain't worried about him putting two in the back of my head as much as I'm worried he'll get nicked and turn rat.
Then let me take care of him. Noogie stops.
Hold the fuck up. What'd you just say?
Sal stops and turns around. I said I'll take care of him. You let us go, and I promise I'll be the one to put two in the back of his head when the time is right. He'll never see me coming.
Fucking hell.
Noogie shakes his head.
The youth these days. Listen to you and your tough guy mouth. You? An 11-year-old kid? You'll take out Georgie Big Mitts? Like I said before, you got some balls.
What can I say? I'm an early bloomer. Johnny Wings sniffles as he stands behind Sal. Noogie points the bat at him.
I wish I could, kid. You got a lot of promise, and I hate to waste it. But your friend here will crack by Sunday, and then I'll have to go to all that trouble of killing both of your families. It just doesn't make sense. Too bad, really.
I tried, Sal shrugs. He turns around and gives Johnny Wings a shove. Keep going, Johnny. Let's get this over with.
I don't want to get this over with, Sal. I want to fucking go home.
That ain't happening, Johnny. Sorry.
Listen to your friend, crybaby sissy boy. No way out of this for you.
Johnny Wings sucks back a few sobs, then nods. He turns and lets Sal push him down the corridor. When they reach the vault door, Noogie shoves them aside.
Stand against that wall there. Move a fucking inch, and I'll bash one of your brains in. Then make the one still alive eat that shit. You fucking hear me?
We're staying put. Sal drags Johnny Wings with him, so their backs are against the wall next to the vault. The arcade noises can still be heard, and Sal stares at the wall opposite him and Johnny Wings. Strange place for a vault, Sal says.
Shut the fuck up,
Noogie snaps, tucking the baseball bat under his arm as he works the vault's huge dial back and forth.
I need to concentrate.
Noogie doesn't even bother to block the boys from seeing the combination. It's not that there's any expectation they can ever use it. Sal leans his head back against the wall, but watches closely.
Damn thing,
Noogie mutters. Johnny Wings bumps Sal with his elbow and looks down the way they just came. Georgie Big Mitts is walking slowly toward them. He smiles at the kids as he pulls a pistol from out of his jacket.
There we fucking go,
Noogie says as he finishes with the combination and spins the large wheel on the vault door. He yanks hard, and the door slowly swings open. Pulling the 2 envelopes of cash out of his jacket pocket, he grins over at the boys.
The secret I learned is to never share the combination with no one. All it takes is one person shooting off their mouth, and the next thing you know, everything you've worked for is gone. Fuck that.
The door swings wide, and Sal gets a good long look at the walls of shelving holding nothing but bundled cash. In the middle of the vault is a stainless steel table with tray after tray of gold and jewels and luxury watches. Noogie shakes the envelopes at the boys.
You two could have had a future. Too bad Georgie fucked it all up for you.
Too bad you're such a selfish, greedy fuck, Noogs,
Georgie says, raising the pistol.
You ain't got the split right since the day you took over. Taking it all for yourself. Gonna fix that right now.
What the fuck, Georgie? You on drugs or something? Put that fucking...
The gunshot is deafening in the enclosed space, and Johnny Wings slaps his hands to his ears as he and Sal drop and crouch on the floor. Noogie stands there, staring at Georgie. Then he slowly looks down at his belly and the red bloom spreading across his shirt.
You motherfucker!
Noogie drops the envelopes from his hands and grabs the baseball bat, still tucked under his arm. Another shot rings out just as Noogie throws the bat at Georgie's head. The fat man easily dodges out of the way and hurries toward Noogie as fast as his heavy legs can carry him.
You think I don't know you'll come for me tonight, Noogs?
Noogie falls to his knees.
I fucked up, and everyone knows that Noogie Charles don't forgive fuck-ups.
You stupid fucking moron,
Noogie says between gasps as blood runs from the wound in his belly, as well as a wound in his left thigh and one in his right shoulder.
I wasn't gonna do shit.
Yet, Sal says. Noogie's eyes flare red.
You shut the fuck up.
Yet? Yeah, I thought so,
Georgie says, getting closer to Noogie and the boys.
So, maybe not tonight, but you'll come for me soon.
Noogie groans.
Kid, you get me out of this shit, and I'll set you up for life.
Won't do me any good if I'm dead, Sal replies.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Noogie gasps and shudders. He pulls a pistol out of his waistband, but his hand is shaking so hard that he fumbles and drops it. Noogie stares hard at Sal.
Take this and do what has to be done, and you and your sissy friend live.
He won't let you live,
Georgie says. He stops in front of Noogie and places the pistol to the man's forehead.
Only way to live is for this motherfucker to...
With a primal scream nearly ripping his throat apart, Johnny Wings lunges at Noogie's fallen pistol, grabbing it up in both hands as he collides with the huge man's side.
Bang!
Georgie stumbles back a foot or two.
You little shit!
He says, seeing his own blood bloom across his chest.
You fucking little shit!
Sal jumps to his feet, races to the thrown baseball bat, picks it up, and sprints straight for Georgie as the fat man aims his pistol at Johnny Wings' head.
Fuck you!
Sal roars, swinging the bat with all of his gangly strength. The thick, wet thud is almost as loud as the previous gunshot. Georgie drops to his knees, his face only a few inches from Noogie's.
You are such a fuck up,
Noogie says. Sal swings again, clocking Georgie in the temple, sending the fat man falling onto his side. Sal lifts the bat over his head then brings it down again and again until Georgie's head is nothing but pulp.
Fucking hell, kid. Great job.
Noogie gasps.
Now, help me up and get me back to my office. I can call a doctor and...
It sounds like a coconut cracking open when the bat slams into the top of Noogie's skull. The man's eyes roll up into his head and he collapses, his torso draping over Georgie's corpse. Give me the gun, Johnny. Sal holds out his hand. Come on, you'll fucking shoot yourself or me with that damn thing. With no hesitation, Johnny Wings gives Sal the gun. Sal tosses it inside the vault. Then he retrieves Georgie's gun and tosses that in too, followed by the baseball bat. Come on, help me drag them inside, Sal says. He snaps his fingers when Johnny Wings doesn't move. Johnny, fucking help me! Johnny Wings, his eyes locked onto the blood pooling around both of the men, finally meets Sal's eye. Why? Because if they are found here, then people way more dangerous than Noogie will start asking questions. If they disappear, there'll still be questions, but no bodies. Eventually, it'll all go away. Won't someone come look in the vault? Noogie said only he knows the combo. You believe that? You mean, do I believe that Noogie didn't trust any of his guys with his fortune? Yeah, I believe that. Good point. Johnny Wings stares at the bodies. Fuck! Grab Noogie's arm. We'll pull him off Georgie and drag him inside. Johnny Wings nods, grabs an arm, and the two boys awkwardly manage to get Noogie's body into the vault. Fuck me, Johnny Wings says. Look at all of this cash. Don't fucking touch anything, Sal snaps. We don't know where this cash came from. So? It could be from a bank robbery. They logged the serial numbers. You take that and spend it, and we'll have feds on us in no time. Sal, we could take care of our families for life with this shit. Or we can get them killed or thrown in prison. Damn it. Let's get Georgie in here too. The boys leave the vault and wrangle Georgie's body inside, setting it next to Noogie's. Now what? Johnny Wings asks. Now we get the fuck out of here and never talk about this ever. How do we not talk about something like this? We killed 2 men and are locking them in a fucking vault, Sal.
1.
Noogie whispers.
Killed 1.
Ah, shit! He's still alive!
Johnny Wings exclaims. What do we do?
Take it all.
Noogie mumbles as he tries to sit up. He fails and takes a few breaths before saying,
Help me, and it's all yours.
Fuck off, Sal says, and walks out of the vault, dragging Johnny Wings with him.
Kid, come back!
Noogie tries to shout. He ends up coughing and coughing as blood sprays from between his lips. No, Sal says and grabs onto the edge of the vault door.
Then fucking kill me. Don't leave me here to die.
No, Sal says again. Johnny, help me with this door.
I swear to fucking God that if you leave me in here, I'll fucking haunt you until you die. I'll haunt your fucking family.
Only thing you'll be haunting is this vault, Sal says. Johnny Wings grabs the vault's door too, and the boys manage to get it swinging shut.
I fucking curse you, you little fucking cocksucker. I fucking curse you.
The vault door slams closed, and Noogie's screams are cut off instantly. Jesus Christ, Sal, what'd we just do? Survive. Want to try NoSleep coffee for free? I'll be giving away 3 bags of NoSleep coffee to 3 lucky fans. Tune in for the Sunday night live stream event this Sunday, November 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for instructions on how to enter the giveaway. That's this Sunday, November 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Live storytelling and a chance to win free coffee. In the meantime, check out NoSleepCoffee.com for some of the freshest coffee you'll ever try. That's NoSleepCoffee.com, and be sure to use promo code NoSleep20 for 20% off your first order. Now back to the story. A shadow stands in the far corner opposite the group of men.
What the fuck do you mean it's Noogie Charles?
Dodger asks.
The old gangster that disappeared when we were kids? That Noogie Charles?
The shadow shifts and takes a step forward. Kirk shifts his flashlight toward it, but the shadow ducks out of the beam.
It's a long story,
Sal says.
Come on, we need to get into this vault.
Sal raises his sledgehammer and continues bashing at the wall until there's a space large enough for him to reach through, set his duffel into the passageway, and follow after.
Sal, what the fuck is going on?
Dodger shouts. Johnny Wings looks into the passageway, then at the vault.
How are we getting in?
I remember the combo.
Fuck you, you remember the combo. That was 30 years ago, Sal.
I remember everything about that day. Sal looks over at Johnny Wings. Don't you?
Fuck no. I blocked most of that out.
I was never given that luxury. 6 weeks after the disappearance of Noogie Charles and Georgie Big Mitts, local buzz and speculation start to die out, which is a huge relief for Sal. A relief that is short-lived.
Mom, going down to the bodega to get some Cokes.
Sal yells as he steps out onto his front stoop.
Take your sister!
His mom shouts from the back of the house.
Do I have to?
Sal complains.
If you want to pay for those Cokes yourself, then go ahead and leave her behind, Mr. Moneybags.
Fine, Sal grumbles and kicks the concrete side of the stoop.
Nina, let's go.
In seconds, a brunette flashes by, nearly sending Sal falling down the front steps.
I want a box of nerds. Get your sister a box of nerds, Salvatore. On it, Ma.
Sal, with his sister in tow, walks down the sidewalk toward the corner bodega. Nina doesn't stop talking the entire way.
So, then Lori called Molly, and that was how Ada found out about Lori liking Brandon, and then Brandon's best friend Lucas called Molly, and I was all like, this is poop, you guys. These boys are poop, and...
The car swerves to avoid hitting the old woman crossing the street, loses control, and jumps the sidewalk. It all happens in the blink of an eye, but Sal manages to throw himself out of the way in time. Nina isn't so lucky. By the time Sal is helped to his feet, a crowd has already formed around the front of the car.
Oh, fuck me,
The driver shouts, and Sal nearly pukes when he sees the man's face. Noogie Charles.
How are you here?
Sal screams, adrenaline pumping through his veins. Heads turn at his voice, faces frown. Sal looks at the sidewalk and collapses onto his ass. The driver, who now no longer looks like Noogie Charles, just shakes his head, his eyes on the young girl's legs sticking out from under his car's front bumper. Blood spills out so fast that no one hurries away to call for help.
Nina,
Sal whispers. The crowd parts as a police officer runs up to the scene. Sal sees Noogie Charles standing at the far end of the block. The dead man waves, turns, then walks out of sight.
Jesus H. Christ,
The cop says when he gets to the front of the car.
anyone know who's under there?
Sal raises his hand.
it's my sister.
Fucking shit, Sal. What do we do?
Dodger calls from out in the arcade as Sal stands in front of the vault.
This guy is walking toward us, and he doesn't have a fucking head.
Stay the fuck back, asshole!
Kirk shouts.
Or I swear to God, I'll fucking pulverize the rest of you with this sledgehammer. Did you bring a piece?
Johnny Wings asks Sal.
We may need to shoot our way out of here.
The piece won't matter, Sal says as he places his fingertips on the combination dial. You can't shoot what's out there. Believe me, I've tried. He spins the dial, stops it, then makes 3 turns to the left, stopping on the number 36.
Sal, what do we do?
Dodger shouts.
Keep it busy. I need 5 minutes.
Johnny Wings looks out of the hole and into the arcade.
I don't think we have 5 minutes. Whatever that is, it's coming for us.
Let it. Sal turns the dial 5 times to the right. Nina's funeral is held 2 weeks after the accident. The entire neighborhood and half of the next one over attend. Sal's mother is inconsolable. She wails and cries during the entire service until her father and brother walk her outside. Sal wants to go with her, to get away from the glancing eyes and the sad nods of sympathy. He wants to get out of the itchy suit bought for the funeral and throw on some shorts and a tank so he can go play basketball with the guys. He wants something normal to grab onto. But normal isn't what Sal's life is about. That fact is made clear as he keeps looking over his shoulder at the man sitting in the back row of the funeral home's viewing room. Noogie Charles. The dead man waves at Sal. Sal whips his head back around and stares at his sister's closed coffin. He keeps his eyes locked onto the dark brown wood grain, doesn't say a word to anyone, and stays right in that spot until the service is over and everyone is filing out.
Come on,
Sal's father says, grabbing Sal by the shoulder.
time to go, pal.
Sal looks up and sees Noogie Charles gripping him. Then the face becomes his father's, and all Sal can do is burst into tears. His father carries him out of the funeral home and sets him in the back seat of the limo, driving them all to the cemetery. Sal's mother stares out of the window. Sal stares out of the other window. No one says a word. Outside, on the funeral home's steps, Noogie Charles waves. After it's all over, and with Nina buried, Sal locks his bedroom door and throws himself onto his bed the second they get home. There's a knock at his window, a window on the second floor of his small duplex. Noogie Charles smiles in at Sal and waves.
Gonna let me in or what, kid?
Noogie asks.
Fuck off and leave me alone!
Sal shouts.
You aren't real!
Oh, that's so.
Noogie shrugs.
You may be right, but that old curse of mine sure is. How's that going for you, Salvatore Tumo?
I said to fuck off!
Sal, you okay?
His dad calls through the bedroom door. The knob rattles.
Sal, unlock your door now. Sal, you hear me? Unlock this door and let me in. Daddy's next,
Noogie says, then is gone.
Sal, open this door.
Sal buries his head under his pillow and tries to will the world away.
What are we doing here, Sal?
Johnny Wings asks.
You told me we'd never touch this money. You made me promise not to take any. Why'd you change your mind?
I didn't, Sal says. I ain't taking a red cent.
Then what the fuck are you going to do?
Make things right.
What does that mean? Make what right?
Sal turns the dial and stops on 18. He pauses and looks over at Johnny Wings. The curse.
Jesus, the curse?
Johnny Wings frowns.
Do you believe that? That what Noogie said just before?
Just before we locked him in this vault, Sal finishes for Johnny Wings. Yeah, that curse. It hasn't hit you like it hit me. I'm sick of it, Johnny. I'm fucking done.
But how? You ain't a priest, Sal. What the fuck can you do about a fucking curse?
Whatever I have to do.
Sal, JW, we should go.
Dodger yells.
You, stay the fuck back. I'm warning you.
Kirk shouts.
I swear to all that is holy, I will crush your fucking...
Kirk's scream reverberates through the hole, startling Sal so that he fumbles the combination. He immediately starts over.
Oh, fuck! You fucking let go of him!
Dodger shouts.
You hear me? You fucking ghoul! You let the fuck go of him!
Sal, that thing has Kirk by the throat.
Johnny Wings yells.
Come on, we need to help him.
I am, Sal says. The sooner I'm in this vault, the sooner I can make that motherfucker finally go away forever.
Let him go!
Dodger shouts.
Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! What is it? What is this thing?
Sal ignores Dodger's pleas, and Kirk screams, and Johnny Wings' protests, and focuses only on the combination dial. A night at the bar, something that Sal's father does regularly. A couple pitchers with the guys, maybe share a few baskets of fries, talk about their wives and kids, and just let off a little steam. There may be darts or pool involved, but usually it's a tame affair, and Sal's father stumbles home around 11. Not tonight. Sal's mother sits by the front window, wringing her hands with worry. She looks over at the mantle and the clock sitting on top of it. 12:30 in the morning.
Did you call the bar?
She asks Sal, who is staying up with her, even though it's been hard not to nod off now and again.
I called Ma. Maybe I should go down there. It's 40 degrees out and raining. I could call my brother, have him go check. I can call him. No, Sal, you should go to bed. Don't you have a test in the morning? Yeah, but it's geography. I'm good with maps, so I'll be fine. You still need your rest. Go upstairs and brush your teeth. I'll be up soon to tuck you in. That'll be fine, Ma,
Sal says, although he doesn't believe a word he says. As soon as his father wasn't home by midnight, Sal knew something was wrong. Sal's mother turns and gives him a weak smile. Then she returns her attention to the window and the darkness beyond. Not wanting to upset his mother any more than she already is, Sal goes upstairs and brushes his teeth. He's spitting out fluoride rinse when the doorbell rings. Sal stays at the top of the stairs. He doesn't need to go down to know that 2 police officers are telling his mother that they are very sorry, but her husband was shot and killed in a bar fight tonight. Sal doesn't need to be at the front door to know the details, even as his mother screams,
Why? Why him? Why, God, why?
as the police officers look on with sympathy and shared grief. Sal does go to his bedroom and closes the door. He does walk over to his window and looks down at the sidewalk. He does see Noogie Charles waving back at him. Sal crawls into bed and pulls the covers up over his head as he swears to the night that,
I'll fix this. I will fucking fix this.
crashing and screams are all that Sal hears from the arcade. He does his best to block out the noise as he turns the dial twice to the right and lands on 7.
Get it off me!
Dodger shrieks.
Get this fucking thing off me!
Hey, motherfucker, remember me?
Johnny Wings shouts. Sal looks to his left and realizes that his friend is no longer in the corridor with him.
Johnny? Johnny, don't!
Sal shouts, but doesn't leave the vault door. One more number, that's all. He turns the dial once, twice, 3 times to the left and stops on 0. Click, clang. Sal spins the vault's wheel, then pulls with all of his strength. It doesn't move.
Johnny, get back here! I need your help! Come and get me, motherfucker!
Johnny Wings shouts from the arcade as Dodger continues to shriek.
Johnny!
Sal roars, but even at full volume, his voice is lost to the chaos in the arcade.
Fuck!
Sal plants his feet on the concrete floor and pulls. He puts his legs into it, his back into it, his shoulders, his arms. He feels something pop in his spine, and electric pain shoots up his neck and into his head. Sal ignores the pain. He ignores the chaos. His entire focus is on getting the vault door open.
Ma, open the door.
Sal says, knocking on the bathroom door for the 3rd or 4th time.
Ma, come on. You can't lock yourself away every year. Nina died 5 years ago. Dad died 4 years ago. We gotta move on.
Not that Sal has moved on. In his dreams, all he hears is the thump of the car driving up onto the sidewalk and over his sister. He hears his doorbell ring at 1 a.m. He hears Noogie Charles laughing.
Ma, I swear to God, if you don't open this door by the time I count to 3, I'm breaking it down.
No answer.
1,
He presses his ear to the door.
2,
Still no answer.
3.
Sal takes a couple of steps back, lowers his shoulder, and rams the door right above the knob. The old lock snaps and the door swings open. Sal stares at the scene inside. Blood is everywhere. On the floor, on the side of the tub, in the tub, and floating only an inch above the surface of the blood and water is Sal's mother's face. Without having to turn to see him, Sal knows that Noogie Charles is standing at the other end of the hallway, waving. A muscle tears in Sal's side, but he refuses to stop pulling on the vault door. Outside, in the arcade, the chaos continues. The sound of a video game cabinet cracking is followed by Johnny Wings' cry of pain. Dodger is whimpering somewhere, but no longer shrieking. Kirk hasn't made a noise in a long while. The vault door budges an inch, and Sal doubles his effort. Another inch, and the stiffness of the hinges begins to loosen up. 1 more inch, and suddenly Sal finds himself falling backward as the heavy door swings wide. He gets his hands out and beneath him so his ass doesn't hit the concrete too hard. Sitting there, he stares into the vault's almost absolute darkness. Sal slaps around and finds his flashlight next to his duffel bag. He switches the light on and gasps as the first thing the beam illuminates is the mummified headless body of Georgie Big Mitts.
He's not looking so great.
Noogie Charles says from behind Sal. Sal doesn't even flinch. Took you long enough, Sal says, then cocks his head at the wall and the shouting and whimpering and silence. That you out there too?
Me? Nah, that's Georgie. He's a little pissed.
But you set the curse on me, not Georgie.
And Georgie isn't fucking with you now, is he, Salvatore Tumo? He isn't as good at this ghost shit as me. The poor guy hasn't left this building since the day he died. Let the guy have a little fun.
He's trying to kill my friends.
Your friends? Don't give me that shit, Sal. You brought them because you needed muscle to break through the wall. Ain't that right?
Sal shrugs.
Real hero you are, Salvatore Tumo.
I saved mine and Johnny's asses back then.
Did you? If that's so, then why are you here now?
To finish it. Sal stands up and unzips his duffel. He pulls out 2 quart jars, sets them to the side, then pulls out 2 more quart jars. Opening one, he looks down the corridor at the smiling Noogie Charles. This is kosher salt, blessed yesterday. He takes the lid off the jar, walks into the vault, and shakes the contents out over the mummified corpses of Georgie Big Mitts and Noogie Charles. Then he returns to the jars, sets the empty down, and picks up another one. This is holy water, blessed yesterday.
You were a busy beaver yesterday, weren't you?
Noogie laughs. Sal douses the mummies with the holy water and returns for a 3rd jar. This is grave dirt from your mother's grave.
What the fuck? You fucking took dirt from my mother's grave? How dare you fucking desecrate that saint of a woman?
She couldn't be too much of a saint if she birthed your lousy ass. Sal returns and grabs up the last jar. This is good old kerosene, top quality too. The kind you can float on water and set on fire.
You pour that on and light it, and all that cash turns to ash too,
Noogie warns.
Then you'll have nothing to show for any of this.
Sal!
Johnny Wings cries from out in the arcade.
Do whatever you're gonna fucking do, and do it fucking faster than you fucking are now!
I don't fucking think so,
Noogie snarls, suddenly in Sal's face.
Time for me to finish what I started all those years ago.
Sal opens the last jar and dumps the flammable liquid all over the corpses, just as Noogie's cold, dead hand wraps around his throat. Then goes through Sal's throat and out the back of his neck. You aren't like good old Georgie Big Mitts, are you? You never could touch anything, Sal says. You could only get in people's heads.
Yeah, okay,
Noogie says.
You got me.
He disappears. Fuck! Sal scrambles out of the vault. The noises in the arcade have stopped. Fuck, fuck, fuck! He slaps at his jeans until he finds his lighter. It's an old Zippo his father used to use when he smoked cigars back before the curse. Sal thumbs the lid open, strikes the wheel, and watches the flame grow.
What you got there, pal?
Johnny Wings asks from the hole in the wall.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
Johnny Wings dives through the hole, tackling Sal around the legs. They both go down hard, and the lighter slips from Sal's grasp. It slides down the corridor and goes out. Now straddling Sal, Johnny Wings grins down at him. Just had a great chat with Noogie. Turns out, and I have to agree with him, all this shit is your fault. Johnny Wings grips Sal by the sides of his head, lifts, and slams his skull down against the concrete.
Attaboy,
Noogie says from a few feet away.
You show him.
The doctor shakes Sal's hand as he walks him out into the bright sunlight that shines down on the facility.
Good luck, Salvatore. It has been a pleasure to meet you, and I hope you can forgive yourself someday for what you believe you're responsible for. All I care about is staying sober, Doc, but thanks,
Sal says, and hitches his backpack up onto his shoulder.
Hopefully, I never see you again. That's the goal, Sal. That's the goal.
Sal walks down the facility's driveway to the bus stop out on the street. When he turns back, the doctor is waving to him. Next to the doctor, Noogie Charles waves too. Sal returns both waves, then waits for the bus. Instead of the bus taking Sal to the halfway house he's supposed to check into, he rides it a few blocks more until he's close to his old neighborhood. He stops in the closest shop and buys 2 handles of pure grain alcohol. Those go in his backpack, along with 2 packs of cigarettes and a new lighter. Back outside, Sal orients himself before setting off. When he reaches his destination, he double-checks that the establishment is closed, circles around back, finds the rear door, and tries it. It's locked, of course. But if 10 years of being a heroin junkie has taught Sal anything, it's how to pick a lock. He quickly gets the rear door open and slips inside. Waiting to make sure there's no one in the place, he listens hard. When he's satisfied he's alone, Sal fishes out the handles of rot gut, opens one, and walks around the back room, dumping the alcohol everywhere. Then he opens the other bottle and heads into the arcade's main space. He dumps the alcohol and the old video games he used to play, and the rows of new ones that have been released over the years. Years Sal spent putting a needle into his arm, not quarters into games. With the place thoroughly doused, Sal takes out the packs of smokes and begins lighting them one after another. Then he sets the burning cigarettes in strategic spots around the arcade. He's 6 blocks away before the first cigarette burns down low enough to set the grain alcohol ablaze. Sal's knee nails Johnny Wings in the nuts, and he shoves the man away before scrambling for the Zippo.
Get up, you fucking sissy!
Noogie roars at Johnny Wings.
Get your sissy crybaby ass up and kill this motherfucker! He was going to take all the money for himself!
Johnny Wings does not get up. Instead, he grips his crotch and moans as he rolls back and forth.
I think you busted one, Sal.
He squeaks.
I'll fucking bust every nut in your family, you fucking sissy!
Noogie screams.
I've been having all my fun with Salvatore, but I can switch my focus to you too, you little crybaby.
Nah. Sal grabs up the Zippo. I think we're done with you, Noogie. He lights the flame and tosses the lighter into the vault. Finally. Noogie screeches at the top of his lungs. A fat, spectral body appears in the hole in the wall.
Stop them!
Noogie says. Georgie Big Mutts' body tries to crawl through the hole, but ends up stuck. If he can brutally beat Dodger and Kirk to death, then he's too corporeal to get through the wall.
You useless slab of undead meat!
Noogie shouts, unsure whether to look at the specter caught in the wall or Georgie's mummy in the vault.
You useless piece of shit!
Those are the last words his ghost will ever say as his mummy quickly ignites and his bones begin to burn. Georgie's spectral body shakes so hard that pieces of the wall come loose just before his phantom form turns to sparks, and the sparks rise up through the ceiling, lost from sight. Sal looks over at Noogie, whose own phantom form is beginning to smoke. Looks like I took care of Georgie in the end anyway, Sal says to Noogie. You dumb fuck. Noogie's face fills with panic, then smoke, then flames, then nothing as he explodes into a million sparks that float and flutter and die before they hit the concrete floor. While the mummies and cash burn in the vault, Sal helps Johnny Wings to his feet. We should go, he says as the smoke becomes thick. No shit, Johnny Wings says. The 2 men take one last look at the vault. Should we take the gear? He asks Sal. No, replies Sal. It'll look like a break-in gone wrong if we leave the gear. Why would we want that? They climb through the wall, and Sal sees the carnage firsthand. Kirk is splayed out on the floor, one arm ripped off and shoved into his mouth. Dodger is sitting on his ass, propped up against an old Tron video game. His head is on backwards. We want that because of them, Sal says and nods at the bodies. The cops will think they broke in and it all went south somehow. They won't know how it went south. I mean, look at the place. Who could? It'll be one of those precinct mysteries. They were our friends, Sal. We can't do them dirty like that. We didn't. Georgie and Noogie did. We survived them back then, and we survived them again tonight. I'm sorry that Kirk and Dodger didn't, but they were both gonna get popped at some point. You know how they live. Still ain't right. Yeah, maybe not. But they're dead now, so there's not a lot we can do. Sal smirks. It's not like they can curse us. Jesus, Sal, you are one messed up motherfucker. Yeah, Sal says and looks around. I blame it all on video games. To hear more stories like this, be sure to hit subscribe and turn notifications on. I'll see you in the next one.